2016 has been a challenging year for a lot of different reasons, and it's been a difficult job to be governor this year. More difficult, quite honestly, than I wanted it to be. But it also is more rewarding than I ever imagined that it could be. Nothing makes me happier than when somebody in Louisiana that I do not know has an opportunity to interact with me and they say, you made some decision that really helped, and this is what it was. Most of the time that is in the Medicaid expansion. We have 363,000 working poor people in Louisiana with health insurance who didn't have it. We've got about 100 people being treated for cancer today, breast cancer and colon cancer, that they did not know that they had. And so treatment is going to start earlier. It's going to be more effective. Their quality of life is going to be enhanced. And the state is saving money, $185 million in the first year alone. But in a larger sense, it's just stabilizing the state of Louisiana, because to a very real degree, we were in a free fall when I came into office. A budget deficit of $1 billion to close out the year that ended June 30th. And then the budget deficit for the fiscal year that started July 1st was $2 billion. We tried to do, in fact, were able to do a balanced approach where we did both cuts and revenue. And we've stabilized the state of Louisiana, some of it a little bit shorter term than I wanted. And so we're not where we want to be, but I think we took a very, very positive step in this first year. In March, we had flooding literally in every corner of the state, record flooding. Then go forward to August, and in South Louisiana, over 48 hours, we had 7 trillion gallons of rain. The most serious number obviously was 13. That's the number of people whose lives were lost, but well over 100,000 homes damaged. I made 5 trips to Washington this year to secure funding for the recovery effort. But the fact of the matter is that still isn't enough. And so we're going to work with the congressional delegation, with the Trump administration, go back in the spring and try to get the rest of the recovery dollars that we need. We are going to be very diligent, and we're not going to take our eye off the ball, and we're going to push this as fast as we can. Sandwiched in between the March flood and the August flood was the situation in the Baton Rouge area in July, where Alton Sterling was shot and killed, and it unleashed a lot of protests and demonstrations. Seeing what was playing out in other cities and states around the country, and knowing that it had the potential to ignite here in Baton Rouge, I think we came through that very, very well, all things considered. But obviously the toughest day for me as governor was that Sunday morning when those 6 police officers were shot for simply doing what they were trained to do, what they had committed themselves to do, and that was keeping our public safe. The number one challenge for the state of Louisiana in 2017 is comprehensive, long-term structural tax reform, where we have a tax structure finally that is stable and predictable, that is fair, and that produces sufficient revenue so that we can invest in Louisiana in those critical institutions that afford opportunity. And we're going to have a future that is worthy of our children and our grandchildren. And I am more optimistic about that today than I've ever been, despite all the challenges that we've had, and quite frankly, the challenges that remain in front of us as well.